Silicon Valley's thousands of companies continually turn innovation into art. This new landmark materializes in a gesture, a white brushstroke in the blue sky of San Jose.
Silicon Valley is not about replicating the past. It's not about replicating things that already exist. It's about shaping the future. When I say I'm an architect and tell people what I do, people often ask me why the buildings now are so boring. And maybe it's because most of the buildings are replicating things that already have been here instead of trying to design what happened next. And this is when we came up with the idea of designing not a static object, but a dynamic one. An object that is never the same because it moves. And when it moves, the light changes. And it creates an object that is ever changing and is magical, in the same way that Silicon Valley is.
500 dynamic 200-foot-tall flexible rods swing with the wind, generating power for the entire structure. The hundreds of rods represent the diversity of companies and the millions of people who work in Silicon Valley. Apple, Google, Cisco, Adobe, Zoom, Facebook, eBay, each rod a different company.
This design covers the two things that are important for us, like engaging with the community, taking care of the planet, and be sustainable. So the rods are a very important element of the design. It's what makes the design unique and makes the design completely sustainable. So the rods move slightly with the wind, and that generates power enough to use for the purpose of the building.
We try to imagine the future, a better future, a future that is sustainable, a future that has an energy zero footprint, and a future that hopefully inspires all of us.
Breeze of Innovation takes some of the inspiration from the iconic San Jose Electric Light Tower, constructed in 1881. The shape of the 1881 electric tower is celebrated with a conical void inside this new 21st century tower that has the exact dimensions as the original tower.
We like people to experience a connection to the past, but also be inspired by the possibilities of the future. When people enter the building, they will find an incredible vertical space, a conical void inspired by the electric light tower of San Jose that will allow to have different exhibitions. And the moment you go up, you start to find yourself among the treetops of the park, and suddenly you are on top of the valley.
In this design, Wind creates a dynamic landmark that expresses the ever-changing magic and innovation of Silicon Valley. A design that combines the past, the present, and the future. This is Breeze of Innovation.